Should you take Social Security at 62, your full retirement age, or wait until age 70? This is the most common retirement question that I hear. And the truth is, this is not a Social Security decision. This is a retirement income decision. Because if you claim Social Security early, your benefit is going to be reduced for the rest of your life. But if you delay, your monthly benefit's going to be higher. Now, does not automatically mean that everyone needs to wait till age 70. That right decision depends on how Social Security is going to fit in with your pension, retirement accounts, investment accounts. What about taxes, your spouse, your health, your overall retirement income plan? So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through some key questions to ask before you decide to claim Social Security. The goal is to help you make thoughtful decisions instead of just guessing. Most people start by asking, what age is going to give me the biggest Social Security check? But I think a better question is how does Social Security fit in with your overall retirement income plan? Because Social Security is just one piece of the puzzle. If you have a pension, an IRA, a 401k, 403b, taxable investments, cash savings, maybe even some part-time income in retirement, when you claim Social Security affects more than just your monthly benefit. It affects how much you may withdraw from your other accounts, how those accounts may last, what sort of flexibility you have. It may impact your spouse later. So before you decide to take at 62, your full retirement age, or age 70, let's make sure we take a step back and look at the full picture. The first question is simple. Do you actually need the income right away? So if you retire at age 62 and need Social Security to pay your bills, then claiming early might be the best decision for you. And that doesn't make it wrong. Retirement planning has to work in real life, not just on a spreadsheet. But you need to understand the trade-offs, because if you claim early, your benefit is going to be reduced for the rest of your life. And that is a permanent reduction. So the question becomes, do you really need this income right when you retire? Or do you have other sources that you could use to bridge that gap for your income? For some people, pension income might be enough to cover most of their needs. For others, they might have cash savings, a taxable investment, retirement accounts that they could use temporarily while their Social Security benefit grows. But this is when I caution you to be careful. I don't love the idea of just spending down liquid assets to delay Social Security without looking at the full picture. Because your investment accounts, your retirement accounts, these are liquid, right? You can access these at any time with just maybe some taxes to pay, because Social Security is not liquid, right? You can't go back to Social Security later and say, hey, I need an extra 20,000 because my roof needs to be replaced, or we're going to take a big trip and I need a lump sum. Social Security is just going to give you their monthly income stream. And this is valuable, but it's not flexible in the same way that your savings and your investments are. So if the plan is to delay Social Security by draining too much of your liquid savings, I would be careful. That is not a good trade-off. Now, that does not mean that delaying Social Security is wrong. In many cases, delaying Social Security can be a very smart decision. If you have enough income or enough liquid savings to comfortably bridge the gap, then delaying can increase your monthly income later. That higher benefit can matter a lot more later in retirement, right? It can reduce pressure on your investment accounts, on your retirement accounts. It's going to provide more guaranteed income as you age. And for a married couple, this is going to also impact the surviving spouse. Because here's an important part: delaying Social Security should not create a liquidity problem. If you have little savings and you're going to have to spend all of your assets to delay your benefit, then that may not be a wise decision. But if you have enough liquidity, right, an emergency fund, you've got investment flexibility, and you've got the options, it could be beneficial to use other assets while your benefit is delayed. The point here is to make sure that we coordinate this with everything else in your retirement income plan. The second question is, how long does this income need to last? But many people don't know that, right? We don't know how long we're going to live in retirement, and that's why this decision is hard. If you knew you were only going to live a few years, then yes, claiming early would be a more attractive decision. But what if you live into your 80s or 90s? A higher Social Security benefit can be very valuable. Retirement can last 15, 20, 30 years. And when we talk about Social Security, a lot of people want to know, hey, what's my break even age? And yes, that can be important for us to know, but it can't be the only decision. The real question is just not when do I break even? It's what decision is going to give me a durable income plan for as long as I live. Right? This matters more than you may think. Your expenses don't stop. They continue to increase with inflation. Think about healthcare costs, and especially. So a higher Social Security benefit can help you as you get older and those expenses creep up. But the goal here is balance. We want income that lasts, but we also want to have flexibility along the way. The third question is, how does your decision affect your spouse? For married couples, Social Security is not an individual decision. If one spouse has a much higher Social Security benefit, then claiming decision is going to affect the income available to the surviving spouse later. And sometimes delaying the higher earner's benefit can provide more protection for the surviving spouse. This matters because when one spouse passes away, the household is going to lose the smaller of the two Social Security checks. But if we think about our household expenses, don't get cut in half, right? The mortgage does not get cut in half. Utilities don't get cut in half. Insurance, taxes, maintenance, basic living expenses are going to stay the same. So when we decide when to claim Social Securities, we need to look at both lifetimes, right? Not just how much is this going to give me today, but what if one of us lives another 20 or 30 years? That's a very different question. And it's one of the reasons Social Security needs to be coordinated with pension choices, survivor options, retirement accounts, life insurance, the full income plan. The biggest mistake I see when it comes to Social Security is making this decision in a vacuum. People claim early because a friend told them to, or they delay to age 70 because they read somewhere that waiting is always better. Neither one is real planning. Social Security should be coordinated with your retirement age, your pension income, your spouse's income, retirement accounts, investment accounts, your tax situation, your health. It needs to be looked at in the big picture. This is why I like to build what I call a retirement income map. So before you claim Social Security, you want to see how your income will flow, right? What income starts first? What income starts later? What income is going to fill those gaps? How much do you need each month coming in after taxes? What's our plan going to be if the stock market's down? What happens if taxes go up? What happens if one of our spouses passes away? This planning, that type of planning, gives you a much clearer picture of your retirement income plan than just, do I claim Social Security at 62 at my full retirement age or at age 70? So, should you take your benefit at 62, your full retirement age, or age 70? Here's a simple way to think about this. If you claim early, your benefit's going to be reduced for the rest of your life. If you delay, your monthly benefit is going to be higher until age 70. But the best decision is not always the one with the highest monthly check. The best decision is the one that fits in with your full retirement income plan. This is about coordinating your income so you can retire with more clarity and less regrets. If you're within a few years of retirement and you're trying to figure out how your Social Security is going to fit in with your pension, retirement accounts, your overall income plan, then I'd recommend you request our financial planning intake form. This helps us understand a little bit about your situation, what decisions are coming up for you, and whether it makes sense for us to schedule a retirement planning consultation. You can request the financial planning intake form by using the link in the description box. And if this video was helpful, make sure to subscribe for some more practical retirement planning advice. See you next time. Bye now.